Hello YouTube family, welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time here, my name is Sharita, and today we are digging into my tray for the month of March. A few of these I've definitely pulled out and dusted off the cobwebs. And others are a little new to my collection. So yeah, without further ado, let's go ahead and dive into fragrances I will definitely be wearing a lot of this month. So you all have to forgive me if my voice sounds a little off. I think I might be coming out with the flu. I have been so out of it this week, and honestly, I think my mom gave it to me. Because she was just diagnosed with the flu, and I was literally out to dinner with her about 4 days ago, hugging her, being all up in her space, and now I feel like crap. So let's go with this first one. So this is Burberry Goddess. Won't spend too much time on this one, of course, because we know her, we love her. It is vanilla, is lavender, and there is just like a touch of cacao in it, but it wears so beautiful, soft, feminine, good year-round vanilla that's not overly sweet and too punchy on the lavender. That's what I love about it. It's almost an empty, and honestly, after this one is done, I think I want to go ahead and try Angam from Lattafa. I know that's like the crowd favorite as far as the dupes for that one. So I think I'm going to try that one first and then maybe spin the block on the original once Angam is done. Yeah, so the next one I haven't worn in a minute, but this is a really classy, musky cherry blossom scent. And this is from the house of Ormonde Jayne, and this is SAKURA. This one wears with so much coziness and warmth, and it really is one of the most fabulous cherry blossom fragrances in my collection. And I cannot remember the last time I wore this. It's probably been a good year. I feel like maybe last summer is when I last wore it. So it's definitely time to bring this one back out, you know, to give it some good wears. So again, this one is SAKURA from Ormonde Jayne. Next up is from the house of Guerlain. This is an EDT, but I don't mind it because it's one I love to just spray, overspray, respray. It doesn't matter. This is one of the most gorgeous, juicy pear citrus fragrances. There is a freshness to it, but it's also really sweet. So I feel like if you're in the market for something that is fruity, slightly floral, but very chic nonetheless, you know, in true Guerlain fashion, then you have got to check out PERA GRANITA. There is just something really addictive about the way this one smells and wears. And yeah, we need to go ahead and start giving this one, you know, some sprays as it begins to heat up in Georgia. I say that, but it's literally 30 something degrees outside right now. I don't know, y'all. It's just that time of year in Georgia where the weather is extreme flip-flop, and I'm so over it. I'm just ready for it to be one thing. So this next one was actually just gifted to me from Twisted Lily. This is brand new, fresh off the press. Well, fresh out of the box, I should say. But it is a new release from the house. This is ARABIAN'S MUSK. And this fragrance really does give you all of the facets of what the notes would suggest. It does have, of course, a really prominent musk, but it also has a delicious sweetness from dates and honey, and it's coupled with a really gorgeously done orange blossom. I think that if you love the Montal DNA, you would enjoy this one. The way they do their musk is just, it's very particular, and you either vibe with it or you don't. But I tend to love the way the musk comes across on my skin anyway, from this house. And so this one, it's beautiful, a little feminine, and I like the fact that it doesn't wear too sweet and too heavy. So this is actually going to be one that is perfect for this time of year, or you can wear this all year because again, that honey dates, you know, that can speak to fall or winter, but overall, I just feel like this is floral. It's musky with really beautiful, delicious, sweet undertones of, you know, honey and vanilla. That's what I get from it. A huge thank you to Twisted Lily for gifting me this one. And you guys don't forget, if there are any discount codes applicable for these fragrances, they will be found in the description box. So you guys, this next one is very discontinued. It's very hard to come by. It's one that I think is a 10 out of 10 designer fragrance, but I don't talk about it much. because people do not still to this day like to see Balenciaga flash across my screen. And two, it's just hard to get. This one is so good. It's so unique. It's carnation. You've got the hemp note in there, which actually comes across as very wearable, even though I was really afraid to try it. And it also has mint. So this is very uniquely feminine. It's floral, but it's going to wear like nothing else in your collection. And that's truly why I love it. I had a decant of this one first, wore it on vacation. And when I tell you I got through the entire travel size that particular week, and I came right on back home and got a full bottle, even though 30 ml, it is definitely a regret that I got a 30 ml because I wear this one so sparingly. And I keep saying I'm going to re-up on it. I'm just like, oh God, let me just get through this one first. Okay, Sharita? I'm not a huge fan of backups on backups. So let's go ahead and wear this one because it is possible. It's possible to get a bottle. It's just going to be hard to get and you're probably going to pay a premium. But I just think once that one is gone, I'm going to absolutely try to get my hands on a larger bottle. And you guys forgive me if you hear any drilling outside. They're doing some construction work, I guess, somewhere in my neighborhood. So I'm like hearing industrial saw like in the background, so I'm sorry if you can hear that. So next up is from the House of Mind Games. This is a fabulous luxury lactonic rose fragrance that wears, again, really unique to any rose in my collection. Like I don't have any lactonic rose fragrances that have like this touch of, you know, cappuccino latte thing going on in there. And it's a little sweet, and this is just like a stunning rose fragrance. And I just want to go ahead and give it a lot more wears because this one is one I would put into the category of maybe fall winter. I think you can still maybe pull it off a little in spring. But just this scent profile to me really does speak to cooler weather. So I'm pretty sure, you know, within the next couple weeks, it'll be just blazing hot in Georgia because we go from winter to summer. We don't have a real spring. We don't have a fall like at all anymore. So yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and give this one some wears while I can. Next up is a gorgeously spicy luxury rose fragrance, and this is Carmina by Creed. I think that this is a really good scent that I don't know why I don't gravitate towards it weird enough. There isn't anything, you know, that I dislike about this scent. It is a gorgeous rose and there is a lightness to it. It doesn't get too lush and dark and deep. So I do enjoy that about this one. And it also has like that pink pepper, which comes off as, you know, just the right amount of spice to give it a sexy quality for a feminine fragrance. And though I do feel like this wears feminine, this truly is one a guy can easily pull off. I just think this is really well crafted and I paid full price for this one. And honestly, I don't regret it. I really don't, because it is truly a beautiful rose. So Carmina by Creed. So next up is from the House of Givenchy, and this is L'Interdit. This was a limited edition flanker, and this is the Burning Neroli. I shy away for bringing this one on my channel just because I think you had to get this directly from Givenchy, and I don't think it's available anymore for purchase. You would just kind of have to come across a bottle, if I'm not mistaken. But this is, oh my God, it is so good. If you're a Neroli lover, something about L'Interdit, you guys, I just think they're able to do the patchouli in a way that's wearable for me. And this is just spicy, it's sexy, it's vetiver, neroli, it's sweet, and this is like floral seduction. It doesn't go as, you know, sweet, heavy, and sexy as L'Interdit Rouge. However, I just think this is the perfect, slightly spicy, a little fresher take on that fragrance or something like that one. But you know, the neroli is shining in this fragrance. So florally, it may come off a little different from the other L'Interdits, but again, there's like a warm sweetness to it. And I just think this is going to be perfect for spring. And so I am really looking forward to wearing this one a ton, you know, this month, because this is just, Such a good range of fragrances, you guys, from this Leon D. And I don't say that a lot about designers. I really don't. Usually the designers will absolutely hook me with their vanillas, but this doesn't have any vanilla. And I think it's so beautiful, which is, you know, rare for me. So if you can get your hands on this, know your nose on it, check it out, because I just think this is a gorgeous neroli fragrance. Last but certainly not least is a love. If you have followed me for the past, year and a half, you know I have ranted and raved about this doggone SHAGHAF TONKA to the mountaintops, okay? This is a fresh, gorgeously done beast mode scent that's not going to break the bank. You're going to be able to smell it on you 10-12 hours later. It projects like crazy, and I don't know what it is about this fragrance DNA, this particular scent, that just really draws the attention of men. The very first time I wore this, I was outside. I'm, you know, walking back to my car, had a great distance from this other officer behind me. And he was just like, Moore, what do you have on today? And that's my last name, Moore, if you didn't know. And he was like, what do you have on today? And I was just like, it's called SHAGHAF TONKA. He was like, that sounds expensive and it smells expensive. I was like, nope, this was like $40-something. And it's just, y'all, I'm telling you, do not be afraid to dive into these Middle Eastern houses. Now, do your due diligence now, because they are not all created equal. I would say if you're looking to dive into this world, definitely start with solid reviews. If you see a lot of people ranting and raving about certain fragrances, perk your ears up. I will also say try to get ones that are not super brand new releases, where you can get them really discounted. I mean, like, you know, $30-$40 is what you should be paying if you are able to wait a month or two for the prices to come down. Because if you get them fresh off the press, they really will get up there towards that between $50 and $70 is what you will pay if you know, try to get them brand new directly from the houses as they're released. So do that. And also, when you get them, spray them outside or, you know, in a corner somewhere a good 8 to 10 times to clear out, you know, the first few pumps within the atomizer, and just let it sit. You can just let it sit 2-3 days, come back, and then try the scent, see what you get. If you still are on the fence about the quality of the fragrances, give it a couple weeks, because without a doubt, Middle Eastern fragrances usually need time to macerate. I don't know what it is, even Kayali included. I don't know what it is about their timeline, what they do. They just need time. They need time. And this one, however, I feel like I got, it had already been out for a couple months. So it wasn't like fresh off the press. It was relatively new, but it wasn't like a fresh juice right off the conveyor belt type of release when I got this one. So this one didn't need any time to macerate, and it was amazing just right out of the box. But this is so gorgeous. If you like the DNA of fragrances like Velvet Tonka by BDK, you would enjoy this one. I think this is a dupe, directly just an intentional dupe of that fragrance. But for some reason, this one just works out a lot better for me. There is a gorgeous freshness this one has. It's just a touch sweeter, and it doesn't fall flat on my skin. Like, I love Velvet Tonka in the opening when I sampled it, you know, a while ago, years ago. And it just got to be a snooze fest really quick after the opening. I don't know what it is, but this is the one. This is the one. I'm telling you, this is just so much better to me. And a lot of people will agree and disagree, but I'm just one of those people that really would prefer the scent of this one. And definitely the performance is like blowing Velvet Tonka out of the water. So yeah, you guys, that is my video for today. I am on the struggle bus, so I'm going to go ahead and leave y'all to it, sit on the couch and binge watch The Crown for the rest of my day until I fall asleep. Because I really need to get my bearings. I'm so out of it, just feeling super fatigued. So thank you all so much for, you know, spending this little bit of time with me, and make sure you are subscribed to the channel. Make sure you give it a thumbs up. I love you all, YouTube, and I will catch you guys on the next one.